Back in 2019, Knack Bags sent me this expandable travel backpack. I took it on a few trips, I wrote about it on my website in an article about one bag travel, and I took it on a few more trips again. So I've used it a fair bit. I like this bag, but I have a few beefs with it as well. So when Knack Packs came out with their Series 2 lineup of expandable travel backpacks for adventures of all kinds, I asked them to send me one of their Series 2 bags. In most cases, I would say that their Series 2 bags are superior products. That said, there may be a few reasons why you would want to choose a Series 1 bag instead. Today, I have two stylish Knack Packs for travel to compare. I'm going to take you on a little tour of their Series 2 medium, their Series 1 large, and I'll highlight some of the differences between the medium and large sizes, as well as the Series 1 and 2 lineups, so you can make smart travel backpack choices for your next trip. Okay, first off, let's take a look at the Series 1 large expandable backpack. When it's unexpanded, the dimensions are 21.5 inches by 14 inches by 4.5 inches. The capacity when unexpanded is 30 liters. This can fit underneath the seat in front of you on an airplane. Now, the magic of this bag happens when it expands. The 4.5 inches expands to 9.5 inches, and the capacity expands from 30 liters to 46 liters. I'll show you all of this magic in a minute. 46 liters, by the way, is about the maximum capacity that airlines will allow for carry-on luggage. It definitely won't fit underneath the seat in front of you, but in most cases, it will fit in the overhead bin. So let's walk through this bag. All right, the front of the pack is probably its weakest point as far as I'm concerned, but it is kind of the most stylish point as well. There's these interesting zippers here that reveal a pocket. So in here, we've got some elastics here, and there's a couple of pockets here that are intended to keep credit cards, or some kinds of cards, I guess. And then there's also another little pocket here. Now, and it even goes all the way up to the top. But here's why I would never use this pocket. The zips don't lock. So while the zips do hide nicely under this flap, and you know, someone might have to think twice about this even being a pocket, the reality is if this pack is on your back and you're walking in a busy marketplace or train station or anywhere really, you're not going to feel it if someone opens up this part of the pack and takes something. And if that something are your credit cards, that's not going to be a good day. So this pocket really I only use for a couple of incidentals that I don't really care about. So unfortunately, that's the thing that I like the least about this. Now, what is kind of cool about this and the Series 1 bags in general is this little bottom compartment here where you can fit you could fit shoes if you didn't want to put them in the main compartment. You could put something wet, like a wet bathing suit, or you could put even a bottle of water, although there are some water bottle pockets in here. All of this, as you see, this whole lining is very colorful. It is antimicrobial, and it's fun to look at. I mean, they definitely, it's a pretty plain looking bag on the outside, and then you open it and you get this like wall of color, so that's kind of fun. Then up here, we've got a pocket that you can, open the zipper to, and it's a nice fleece-lined pocket here, perfect for sunglasses, really. But there's a couple of different pockets for organization and storage. If anything, when I first got this bag, I thought there were too many pockets. As you will see, there's a lot of room for organizing stuff in here. So that's the front of the bag. Then we're going to get to, first of all, there is on the side here a water bottle pocket, but that closes. So you don't actually see it. It'll hold the water bottle inside the bag. Unfortunately, I will also say it's very difficult to fit a full liter water bottle in here. 750 is much easier in terms of 750 milliliters is much easier to fit in here. So, but it is kind of nice that it zips away. Here's the problem. Because I have a liter water bottle, and because this doesn't fully zip up when the liter water bottle is in it, what I do when I use it is I put the liter, I shove it in here, but then I can't fully zip it closed. And people come up to me all the time and say, oh, you know, ma'am, your bag is open, because they just see it open like this and they think that perhaps this is the entryway to my entire bag. when it's not. So that's a little frustrating because people will actually think your bag is open when it's not. Let's go to the back, shall we? The back here we have, this is a foam. It's not a memory foam per se, but it's a fairly, and it's got these air passages here. This is supposed to enhance the cooling properties, the air circulation when this is on your back. Sort of works. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And you'll notice this is a backpack, but there's no backpack strap. So if for whatever reason you have to check this bag, this is handy that these straps completely zip away, because then you don't have to worry about them getting caught in certain conveyor belts and whatnot. Where they are is in here. So you can pull out the backpack straps, 1, 2. You can click them on to the bottom here. They're fully adjustable. And you can even click the adjustment. Once you've adjusted it, you can click it here. So even the little extra bit of slack is not dragging on the floor or anything. That's really nice. The other thing that is tucked away really nicely here is a waist belt. Because this is a large pack, you may actually need the waist belt in order to help carry the weight appropriately, because whenever you have a really heavy pack, it really is good to use a hip belt, because then the weight actually sits on your hips and not your shoulders. But of course, this is fully adjustable, so it can fit you the way you need it to fit. One of the features that I really like about this is the laptop compartment is right here. And that means it's right against your back. I like that because that means no one's taking it. So, and also too, because the laptop is flat and that flat bit is against your back, you're never going to have anything digging into your back if you had kind of pointy stuff in your bags. So that's pretty handy. I like that. Now, here we are. The first of 2 main compartments. If you believe it, we haven't even made it to the main compartments yet. So this here is the first of 2 main compartments. This folds open here. We've got a few options. We've got just a mesh pocket here that normally would sit up top. This goes right to the bottom. We've got a fleece-lined pocket here that would be for a tablet. We've got another mesh-lined compartment here. So that would be where you would keep your tech essentials. And that is always available to you if the bag is not expanded. The full capacity, which is the 30 liters, that's it. This is the pack. So you can see it's pretty narrow this way and pretty tall this way. And then when you do that, woo, that worked really well. Okay, now you have I'm going to open it this way. This is the suitcase part of the pack. So this is if you're going on a longer trip. You can open this up clamshell style, and here you have where you would probably keep your clothes. This is the compression strap to keep all the clothes together, and then on the other side you can see you have another mesh place to organize a few additional essentials. That is the Series 1 large. Like I said, I took this bag on a few different trips. One was a trip where this was my only bag that I took. I had no personal items, no additional purses, nothing. I was testing out the concept of one bag travel in its most literal sense. The advantage of an expandable backpack is that it can expand to be large enough to get you and all of your things to your destination, and then it zips down to something that's a more reasonable day pack size for excursions at your destination. The challenge here is that the large size backpack is still a little bit too large to use as a regular day pack at your destination. Also, the dimensions of this Series 1 large in particular make it look even bigger than it actually is because it's so narrow. In truth, this challenge can be fairly easily solved by packing an ultralight packable backpack like this one or this one. I'll include some links in the description with some additional information about choosing the best packable day pack for you. The other big trip that I took this bag on was a 3-month trip with carry-on luggage only that saw me in a variety of scenarios, including a few flights, as well as circumnavigating the United States by train. Fun fact, as an aside, I am a total train nut. Like, total nut. In 2011, I did the world's longest navigable overland route by train from Lisbon to Ho Chi Minh City, 25,000 kilometers, and I did it in 30 days. And that wasn't even my first crazy stunt. The year prior, I rode 11,000 kilometers of trains in Australia in 11 days, all to see if it was possible to get bored on a train. Spoiler alert, I didn't get bored. Anyway, if you're interested in my crazy train adventures, I will drop some links to some articles and videos in the description. As I was saying, on this second trip with this bag, I was also spending some time with a friend in Florida where I knew I would be picking up a couple of additional things, and I wanted a little bit of additional room in my luggage to accommodate these extra items. But I didn't know how much room I would actually need. So on this trip, I took my trusty rolling carry-on suitcase as my carry-on luggage, and I took the Series 1 large expandable backpack as my personal item. This meant, for the most part, in order to satisfy personal item dimension requirements on flights, this bag had to be unexpanded. My idea was that if I got so much stuff along the way that I had to expand the bag, I could do that and use this as my official carry-on luggage in the overhead bin, and then I could check my actual carry-on suitcase when flying. So all in all, I really appreciate the flexibility of this bag, especially for the different applications it can have from trip to trip. Now, I'm also going to be abundantly clear here and say that I received both of these backpacks for free. I was under no obligation to say anything specific about these bags or even to produce this video at all. So everything I have to say here is purely from personal experience. I really love nerding out on travel gear, so I genuinely love doing this stuff. If you're interested in either of these bags, I do have links in the description that will take you to the Knack Packs website. These are known as affiliate links, which earn me a small commission if you end up buying anything after clicking on these links. This does not affect your price in any way, but it does give me a small commission for my efforts, which I can use to help keep this channel going. So thank you in advance. Next up, let's walk through the Series 2 medium expandable Knack Pack. When it's unexpanded, the dimensions are 19 inches by 12 inches by 4.5 inches. The capacity when unexpanded is 24 liters. This can totally fit underneath the seat in front of you in an airplane. When you need more space, the 4.5 inches expands to 9 inches, and the capacity expands from 24 to 35 liters. In most cases, even fully expanded, it will still fit underneath the seat in front of you on an airplane. This makes the medium-sized expandable backpack ideal as a personal item when you travel with a larger carry-on suitcase that goes in the overhead bin. By the way, if you want to know what I pack into my personal item when I fly, I'll leave a link in the description to my Carry-On Essentials episode. All right, let's walk through the Series 2 medium expandable backpack so you can see some of the similarities and the differences from the Series 1 large. First of all, you're not going to see anything at the bottom. I'll talk about that a little bit later and why that is. Water bottle pocket on the side, again, not quite big enough, but it does have the feature of being able to zip away. So if you have a smaller water bottle, as in not a full liter like mine, then that's going to be handy. The front pocket is considerably more useful now. So we have lockable zippers. They made that change, which I really appreciate. And then the front pocket has, again, here's another mesh. Here's just a regular pocket. We've got a little key ring here. And there was a key ring in the first one as well. I didn't show that to you. And then we've got some pockets for some small knickknacks in the front, a slightly larger top pocket for, say, an e-reader, and another one yet that is fleece lined for perhaps a tablet. Or maybe the e-reader goes in there. I don't know. It's up to you. But it's a nice place to organize some tech and some knickknacks. The next compartment here, again, this is the main compartment where you would keep your tech gear. Similar to the first one, we've got a pocket here. We've got another fleece-lined pocket in here that goes right to the bottom. We've got this also goes right to the bottom. There's a fair bit of room in here. And we've got another zippered pocket here. Again, we've got a nice antimicrobial lining that is a little bit less colorful in this for this particular model, but I still like it. And I like the little hexagonal pattern. I don't know, it's fun. So that's the main compartment, and that is easy to access regardless of whether it's expanded. So here we are unexpanded, and here we are expanded. And it does the same thing as the Series 1, as the large. It opens up clamshell style, and you've got a fair bit of packing space in here. You've got, this time, instead of just a strap, you've got a whole flap here that can help compress your clothing down and keep it all together. On the other side, you've got a mesh zippered pocket to keep some stuff separate from the main compartment. Again, you've got a laptop pocket right here at the back. This fits a 15-inch laptop. The large size fits a 17-inch laptop. And again, I love the fact that it's right against the back. And I also love the fact that the backpack straps can zip away. So if you want to carry it by its side handle, which is right here, you can carry it briefcase style without the straps, or you can bring the straps out. What this doesn't have is a waist strap. Because it's a medium size, you don't really need a waist strap as much. But what it does have is a pass-through. So you can put this on the handle of your luggage and you can carry it that way. One of the bigger cons with this bag is that, strangely, this is one of the only bags in their entire lineup that does not have a protective flap over the zippers to protect the zippers from rain getting inside. As you can see, the zippers are just fully exposed like that, whereas on the other bags, there is actually a flap over the zippers. And that's also a little bit of a security feature as well, for the zippers to be covered, because then someone who's looking at the bag in a cursory way is not necessarily able to see all the points of entry. So that's probably the biggest con or complaint that I have with this bag. Let's now take a look at a few of the differences between the Series 1 and Series 2 bags. First up, material. Knack Packs Series 1 bags are made from polyester, whereas the Series 2 bags are made from high-density nylon. Both are really common materials used to make backpacks. They're light, strong, durable, water-resistant, all the things. They're easy to care for. They resist mold and mildew stains. But nylon is typically a little bit softer to the touch, and it's shinier. It also tends to be a little bit stretchier, but I don't really notice that with this backpack. Polyester, on the other hand, tends to be a little more abrasion resistant, and it will look new for longer. Another difference between the Series 1 and Series 2 backpacks is the padding at the back. It's a pretty important thing to consider because it affects the comfort of the bag against your back. How well the backpack supports the weight distribution, how breathable it is. The Comfort Cool foam of the Series 1 is a nice soft foam. It's got this silky material on the outside, and it's molded in such a way to increase breathability and airflow. It's comfortable, no doubt about it, but I gotta say, the name Cool Comfort Foam, it's not all that cool on a really hot day. Then again, no heavy backpack against your back is gonna be all that cool on a super hot day. Sweat is inevitable. The Series 2 Knack bags have EVA memory foam. This is a little lower profile, it'll mold to your back a little bit better, and is considered the gold standard for backpack padding. The Series 2 medium and large backpacks have a side handle in addition to the top handle. This is really handy if you want to carry the bag briefcase style instead of using the backpack straps. I think this is a great addition, and it's something that is missing on Series 1. However, one thing that is missing on the Series 2 backpacks that Series 1s have is this handy little bottom compartment. I like it for the additional organization of random things that you might want to keep separate from other stuff in your bag. I suspect they had to get rid of it when they redesigned the Series 2 packs to have a special ballistic nylon on the bottom to increase durability. Also, because it doesn't have this little angled bottom compartment, these Series 2 bags stand up on their own a little bit better. The Series 1 are more likely to topple. One other difference that's really important to note is that the Series 1 and Series 2 medium-sized bags have different capacities, despite having the exact same dimensions. The Series 1 medium bag expands from 27 to 39 liters, and the Series 2 medium bag expands from 24 to 35 liters. And ironically, despite having a larger capacity, the Series 1 medium bag is just a little bit lighter than the Series 2 bag by about 5 ounces. Here are some overall differences between the medium and large bags, regardless of the series. Obviously, size is going to be the biggest difference. Both of the large packs are expandable from 30 to 46 liters, whereas the medium packs are either 24 to 35 liters or 27 to 39 liters, depending on Series 1 or Series 2. The medium bags can both accommodate a 15-inch laptop, and the large bags can both accommodate a 17-inch laptop. Pretty much everything else, right down to the size of the water bottle pockets, is the same. Ultimately, I think the best backpack for your next trip depends on you and your needs. In all cases, I really adore the expandable features of all the Knack Bags backpacks, because even during a trip, a lot can change, and this expansion capability can help you evolve with your trip. If you're a fan of one bag travel, or you're going on a longer trip and you need more space, or you may get some things along the way, then the large size will probably suit you a little better. If instead you're looking for a personal item bag that can get a bunch of stuff to your destination that you can then unload, so then you can compress the bag back down to a very reasonable day pack size, the medium size bag may be better for you. In all cases, Knack Bags offers hassle-free returns with shipping expenses covered if you're in the United States. So if you order one bag and realize it's not the right one for you, you could return it and exchange it for another one. Remember, if you're interested in learning more, I have links to everything in the description. And I always appreciate your support. I'm Nora Dunn, aka the Professional Hobo, and I'll catch you next time. With